Hey guys, it is Heather, and this will be my first speed build with a voiceover on this channel thus far. I really had no plans going into this speed build. I literally went on Pinterest and I pinned a bunch of modern houses that I really loved, and I drew inspiration off of that. And I did have an idea of what I was going for when I was going into the design for this house, and that was kind of a desert slash modern theme to this house. I wanted to base it specifically off of the area that I was in as well, so I was trying to kind of give a desert twist to this modern house. And I feel like I eventually really got that feel from the house itself just because of the area. I really love the desert location, so I was trying to pull inspiration off of that mainly. So, as you can see here in the build itself, I was trying to have a lot of depth to this house as well. I didn't want to make it just a house with rooms. I wanted to use those rooms to give the a very nice modern touch to the front of it. I also wanted to add a lot of water elements to the landscaping. So as you can see, I added a fountain that kind of lined the walk pathway in the beginning, which gave it a really awesome feel to that modern twist I was going for. So after my little beginning landscaping, of course I'm going to go into more landscaping in the rest of the video here, but right now I kind of just stopped and I wanted to get the colors on my house first. So that's what I was doing here. I was playing with the paneling, with the textures, and what textures would look good with this house. And what I was really aiming for this whole time I was doing all the painting and the designs was to have basically a stone texture, and also I wanted a wood texture. And as you can see, the wood textures are either in that bottom little house area. However, I was trying to see where I was going to put that stone in, and I really like the stone being in the area where the walls were pushed out more. So I thought that was really awesome. So I was really happy with the stone texture you could see right now. However, I eventually ended up deleting it and then re-editing it because I was just playing with all the textures. But this is what really gave it like a very modern feel, in my opinion. Another thing that I was really going for was to add like a glass rooms as well, so you could see like fully the rooms. And you know, later on, that's what I'm adding on right now, is just those glass rooms to the modern house feel. And even further on into this video, you guys will see me adding much more glass rooms here. Alright, so this portion of it, I am creating the landscaping for the back. I really wanted to have a backyard patio in which Sims could hang out in a hot tub, and also have a little dining setup, and also a little living room setup in the back there. So I really wanted to make it club friendly. If you have the get together pack, that's really what I was going for a club to be able to hang out at this place as well, and not just be, you know, a nice looking house. I also want it to be a party house too. So that's the main thing I was going for when we're looking into the interior and also the exterior. I really wanted the backyard to be that. As you can see here now, I am adding in ground textures in order to make that landscaping in the backyard pop a lot more. So I'm adding in the desert sandstone for that stone texture you guys see here, and then I'm using a darker sand to add in shrubbery such as bushes, palm trees, and flowers. And I really believe that dark sand really makes the bushes and flowers pop out a lot more, and it gives a more full feeling to that ground. And that's what I really love about adding in these textures and just playing around with them, because I feel like I'm just painting the backyard. And if you haven't used the ground textures yet, I highly suggest using them, because they are just so beautiful and so fun to play around with. And yeah, so that's all I'm doing right now. I'm just doing a little bit of landscaping, adding in some more greens to my front and the back, and yeah, it's just a fun time landscaping. I really enjoy it. I never landscaped before. Like, I never added in any trees, any bushes, any walkways or pathways. I always just made the house and that's it. I feel like I've really grown as a builder now, just because I've just been using all these new textures and all these new things that I've never used before, which is really awesome because I've never been like that before. But yeah. At this point in the video, I realized that I have no doors at all in the whole house, and I also do not have a stairway up to the second floor, so obviously now I'm just adding those in. That was a huge oops on my part, but you know, I would have realized at some point in the game. I realize that in a lot of my builds that I do, I forget to add in the doorways just because I'm so happy and excited about the design I have that I'm building that I totally forget about doors. I'm not sure if I'm the only one that does that, or maybe a lot of people do. And in a second here, I'm going to start building the bathroom for the main character of the house, which is, his name is Johnny Zest. He is actually a pre-made sim that already comes with everyone's game, even the base game. So you all have Johnny Zest as a character here. That's the lot that I chose. I totally evicted him out of his house, and I bulldozed his lot, and I created him an even better house, I feel. But this is his main room here. That's what I'm creating right now. This is going to be his little room. It is fairly small, but the reason is because he is going to be having a lot of parties, and he's not going to be spending that much time in this room here. So I created him a small bathroom, his own little bed, and then also a walk-in closet, which I think is a really nice add to this house, that the main room is just a little walk-in closet. I really loved creating it. It was probably one of my favorite little aspect builds in this house here. So I really like that room. But now I'm moving on to the living room. This living room gave me a lot of stress. The reason why I was so stressed out making it is because I wanted to make it a little party room. However, the space was a little bit small. The fact that the space was so small, I ended up building a little TV area for that space. I pushed out the walls a little bit more, as you can see there, to add in that TV and the fireplace. And then for the couches, I really wanted to have 2 couches that would be able to at least let 8 Sims at once be able to all hang out in that little area. So that's why I created bigger couches for that living room space. And I was also trying to add light in, some natural light, so it could shine down on that living room itself as well. And for the living room, basically, I was just trying to create a very little kind of hangout setting for them. That's why I used the couches that I used, and those couches are actually from the Dine Out game pack. And the Dine Out game pack, the only issue with those couches is that the couches, you can't put any coffee tables in front of them. And I really wanted to add a coffee table to this room, but I couldn't because those coffee tables just wouldn't work in front of those couches. So I ended up eventually using actual dining tables. However, I add those dining tables in probably at the last few seconds of this video. So obviously you're not going to see it anytime soon added in. Probably in the next 7 or 8 minutes you'll see that, but yeah. And then I was just trying to add some lighting in, especially for the nighttime, because, you know, these Sims like to party, and they may party really, really late. So we're going to add some lights in as well here. And then I changed up the colors a little bit to make it more light in that room. And at this point, I think I went off to eat, so I apologize for the slight pause. I would cut it out, but, you know, we just go right into the next area I'm creating here. Here it is where I'm going to make my dining room, and I really wanted to kind of give it a brick / colorful theme. So I ended up making one of the walls brick, and then I added some tables, and then I put a rug down with a green theme, because I thought the green really complemented the brick color I had on the wall there. So as you can see here, I'm adding in that brick color. I kind of just wanted a small little dining room with a little color pop, and I feel like I kind of achieved it there. So, and then I was just happy with that, so I started moving on to adding in some other little elements. And now I'm going into the guest room. This guest room will be for all of Johnny Zest's friends. So hopefully, you know, he'll have some people sleeping over on nights they party too hard. Then after the guest room, we go on to create one of my favorite rooms of the house, which is the guest room. And I am like super happy with how it turned out. The game room I love so much. I was originally just going to have it enclosed between two walls, but then I just deleted the walls and I put in the game room there. I was trying to give it kind of a bar feel, so I was trying to add neon lights, and just add in some like alcohol bottles on the side there, and then just give it that neon feel of a game room. And I feel like I really achieved that. I'm really happy about it. And now I'm going into the kitchen area, and I was gonna add a little bar there, but then I realized that just didn't work with the kitchen that I was going for, and I wanted to have a white themed kitchen. I've never used white counters before, not seriously at least. So this was the first time I've ever used white counters, and I feel like it really made the kitchen area just look bigger, and it made it brighter, and it just looked really modern and kind of, I don't know, luxurious. So I really, really loved how that turned out. I remember watching Extreme Home Makeover when I was a kid, and I feel like I did that for Johnny Zest in a way, because the house he was living in before, I believe it was like a mobile home or something. I don't remember what I bulldozed, but I remember it didn't look that great. No offense to like the makers of The Sims or whoever pre-made the game. I really feel like most of the houses look amazing, but you know, Johnny Zest, we gave him an Extreme Home Makeover. I guess he won something and he did good in life, so he's getting that Extreme Home Makeover right now, as you can see. Here is where I am building the second guest bedroom, and then also there is a bathroom, which is just for anyone who needs to use a restroom in the house. It's not necessarily designated for anyone specifically. It's not attached to any room. It's just there. And then also I went into editing the kitchen a little bit more, adding some paintings on the walls, and also to the guest bedroom. The guest bedroom kind of has a grungy look to it, more of a guy's bedroom, but you know, it's there for any guest who needs to spend the night. And then I'm editing the little balcony area over the living room below, and that is just going to have our chess game area, and then also the computer area for The Sims. We are actually coming to the end of the video here, and I really enjoyed making this whole video. I loved doing the voiceover and doing a speed build. This build actually took about 5 hours, and honestly, it was so fun to make. I've never made a house like this before, not like a modern twist house at least. I've never made it seem this nice from the outside and also the inside. So I really enjoyed it, and I will be making many more speed builds to come. I will be posting every single week. I can't promise I'll be posting more than once a week, but I will try when I can. But for now, I'm just going to keep it at a regular weekly basis. I'm going to figure out what day I'm going to post exactly, so you guys will know at least. But yeah, and at the end of this video, I'm going to throw in a shameless plug here. If you guys want to see more videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you guys have any comments, questions, go ahead and comment down below. I will be doing shoutouts in my next few videos here, and I will be answering your questions during my speed builds, because let's face it, there's not much to talk about besides the speed build itself during these speed build voiceovers. For those of you who don't know, this channel is literally a newborn baby. It is only about 3 weeks old. So be one of my first subscribers. That'd be so awesome. If you guys are one of my first 10, I might do a shout out in my next video, as I said before. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next few videos. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I will be posting many more, not just speed builds, but also gameplay in the next few weeks here. Thank you guys so much for watching.